Coda was inside the store when it was all going down, and that she said that cast member was in tears, crying, because of the way that that gentleman yelled at her after she probably told him to pull up his mask or whatever.
For the health and safety of everyone.
You gotta be kidding. As soon as I hit record. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. We are back at Disney's Magic Kingdom. Happy Labor Day, everybody. So we are here a little bit later in the afternoon. It's about 2:30 right now. And yesterday, at the last minute, they decided to release a bunch of park pass reservations for the Magic Kingdom for Labor Day. So we decided to come on out today and see what the crowd levels were like and how the park is handling what is most likely one of the busiest days of the year that they've had so far since reopening. So I'm excited to be here. I hope you're excited to be here. Don't really have a real big plan for today other than just walk around, see what we can do. We're probably going to be here until pretty close to park close, so I'm pretty excited. And as you guys can see, it's not ridiculously crowded. There's not too many people here in the hub, so it's not looking like a bad day. It's so nice to be back at the Magic Kingdom. And then, you know, we have Coda and Nugget. We decided to stop by in the Emporium, and Coda found the new quote-unquote Nugget headband, so she decided to get that. So yeah, it's gonna be a Nugget-filled day at Magic Kingdom. One thing that I do like to see is that they do have cast members spread out throughout the hub, some of them with signs that remind guests to wear their face coverings, and just making sure that everyone's following the rules when taking pictures, and they're having a little fun while they're at it with the kids. And yeah, this is what it's like to come to theme parks with Coda and her Nugget nowadays. Just a bunch of Instagram pictures in front of the castle. Not necessarily a bad thing, but if you guys want to go ahead and follow on Instagram Coda and her Yoda, you can go ahead and do that. I'll leave a link to that down in the description below, but should see some of these pictures on there very soon. I would also like to say that, again, the crowd levels are not as insane as I expected them to be, but it was raining quite a bit a little bit earlier, so as we were walking in, we did see a lot of people leaving the park. So that could have contributed to the current crowd levels that we're seeing right now. Are you okay? Yeah. Here is a current look at the line to get a Madame Leota sipper here at Sleepy Hollow. Not quite as long as it was earlier today. The line stretched all the way back up towards the castle. But yeah, still quite a few people here who are braving the rain to get their Madame Leota sipper. Alright, so we decided to seek refuge from the rain inside the ye olde Christmas store, and I just wanted to quickly show you guys the wait times that we're looking at inside the park on Labor Day. Seven Dwarfs Mine Train, 50-minute wait. Dumbo's 5, Barnstormer's 5, Space Mountain's 40, Buzz 20. Let's move over to Adventureland, 65-minute wait for Pirates of the Caribbean, which is insane. 55 for Jungle Cruise, 55 for Splash, and 45 for Thunder. So you can see wait times are a little bit more elevated than usual, but we might just make our way over to Fantasyland and maybe ride Barnstormer and Dumbo since it's such a short wait. I'm sure the wait times will die down later on today too, so we'll be riding things a bit more later on in the afternoon. So it's not like it's a torrential downpour, because it's not, but it's raining just enough to be annoying and enough for me to not be able to film anything outside. You know, as a Floridian and a local, sometimes you appreciate the rain because it does tend to clear out the park significantly depending on how long it is and how much it rains. By the way, poor Yoda's hiding behind Coda's poncho, or not poncho, her rain jacket right now. But yeah, this is such a nice view of the castle. The pink's growing on me. It honestly is. We found the crowds. Everyone's in Fantasyland. Good lord. A lot more people out here. Still not ridiculously crazy. I've definitely seen it 10 times worse, but oh lordy, it's the most crowds we've seen in a hot minute. Here's a current look at the line for PhilharMagic. It makes sense that the line is going to be a little bit long because it is raining and this is an indoor attraction that can keep you high and dry for about 15 to 30 minutes depending on how long you wait. Alright, so we decided to stop inside the PhilharMagic gift shop and we stumbled across some Villains After Hours merchandise. Since they're not having the events this season, I guess they're just trying to get rid of the surplus merchandise. So that's very interesting. Might actually get some shirts. I've never actually done the event before, but I do like the merchandise for it. And I never noticed in Hades Flames, you can see the castle over here. You got Jafar, Facilier, goodness me, that name escaped me, the Evil Queen, and Maleficent in his flaming hair. I just noticed that. That's really cool. Okay, so upon further review, I don't like it as much because this is the back of the shirt. This is the front where it just says Magic Kingdom 2020 and it's got a little pocket on it, but that's the back. I'm always wearing a backpack, so you can never see anything that's written on my back, so I think we're just gonna put that one back and we're gonna stick with this other one over here with the other villains on it. Okay, so it did get pretty crowded in that store. It's a pretty small store, but I did want the shirt and I did buy an umbrella. I did have to bite the bullet on that. But the only reason why we stayed in the store is because everyone was wearing their mask properly. If it was a similar situation to what we see at like Busch Gardens, where the mask wearing is not the best, then we probably wouldn't have stayed inside the store. But as you guys can see behind us, the crowd levels are picking up quite a bit. The rain has subsided. I'm sure we're gonna get more in the future, but you can see that the crowds behind me are getting up there. They're getting up there and a lot of the lines are getting a little bit longer. So we might get some food right now. Might go and try and find a ride with a little bit of a low wait time. We don't really have a plan today. We're just kind of here to enjoy the atmosphere and to see what Labor Day is like at the park. The last time we were here, the carousel was pretty much a walk-on, and now the line for the carousel is wrapping all the way around it. They're gonna have to throw a switchback in here very, very soon. Seven Doors Mine Train is posted at a 15-minute wait. Quite a lengthy line. The extended queue is stretching all the way back around, back towards the Mad Tea Party. So I'm sure it stretches back by Storybook Circus as well. A few videos ago from Magic Kingdom, we did see that they did have an extended queue set up for Winnie the Pooh, and they are utilizing it. That is normally the meet and greet area for Pooh and his friends, and they have since turned it into an extended queue. And even then, it still stretches back all the way around here, back on the opposite side of the Mad Tea Party. So we have Seven Doors Mine Train over here that is still going down as far as I can see, and
okay, I'm just around the corner.
it's still going. And then we have the line for Winnie the Pooh right over here. Alrighty, so we are going to dine at Cosmic Rays today. It looks like they are making sure that everyone places a mobile order before going inside, and it looks like they're only letting people go inside unless their order is actually ready. So once you get the alert that your food is ready, then you can actually head on inside. Alrighty, dinner is served. I am super excited for all this. Coda got some chicken nuggets, and you know, it's only appropriate that Nugget gets to have nuggets. We got the Cheshire Cat tail, which is now strangely enough available at Cosmic Rays, so you can order that. Some fries, and I got a Monster Smash Burger. So it comes with lettuce, tomato, it's got a toasted Mickey on the brioche bun. Big old thing of lettuce, goodness me, with some tater tots, Munster cheese, bacon, and I think that's it. And sriracha aioli sauce. Looks absolutely delicious. I can't wait to dig in. And for the Halloween season, we also have these light up Oogie Boogie dice, which were about $8. It came with the drink as well. So if you are looking to come to the Magic Kingdom during these busier times in the 2020 era of COVID, and you come to Cosmic Rays, definitely try and come into this very back corner. Like, the entrance to the restrooms is right over there. We're over here next to a utility closet, and we're just over here munching, and we have our own little space, and it's our own little corner. There's hardly anybody over here. The entrance to Cosmic Rays is a lot more packed and a lot more busy, and the room with Sunny Eclipse is a bit more crowded, but this area in the very back corner over here, just walk your way around, is a little bit of a longer walk, but it is so worth it for the amount of space that we have right now. And I also want to say the Monster Smash Burger is a 10 out of 10. The last time I had it, it was a 10 out of 10. Same situation here. Really, really good. I don't recall, but I think the last time we got the Monster Burger, Lotso was steam was burned into the brioche bun. The only problem that I had with it was that the brioche bun wasn't warm. I wish it was warm, but everything else was solid, and the sriracha aioli added a good kick to it. 10 out of 10, absolutely loved it. Yeah, security guard over there, making sure that people are going through wearing masks. And dude giving him a little bit of a hard time. So one thing that's really surprising me is that Coda and I are walking around and we're hearing a lot of different languages. So we know that a lot of international tourists are back in Disney. So it's very interesting. I wasn't expecting to hear so many different languages today, because as far as we're concerned, United States citizens, we can't go anywhere. A U.S. passport's pretty much useless, but a lot of people are coming into the United States. I mean, just an observation. I could be completely wrong, and these could be people that live domestically, but it's very interesting. Just a bit of an observation. So from what I can see, there's 3 management CMs over here, 2 and then 3 over there in the button-down shirts, and there's another security officer over here behind me, and they're just explaining the situation right now. There are now 6 management cast members here, 6 members of Tomorrowland management, and I'm sure security here as well. That is insane. Okay, so that was a very interesting and kind of tense situation. I was keeping you guys updated on Twitter, and I only got little clips of that, but pretty much what happened was there was a family that was, you know, sitting down. A security team member or cast member came up and told them to put on their masks. From that point, the gentleman, he was pretty annoyed. And so the security team member walked away. He got up and he walked inside Star Traders, and I guess within Star Traders, another cast member had to tell him and his family to pull up their masks, and I guess tensions, he got really heated inside the store. And so I was sitting outside the store and we saw them get escorted out. He was yelling, a cast member, female, was yelling, almost on the verge of tears. Words were exchanged between them, and there was a guest experience TM or cast member that was there with him trying to calm him down, and the whole thing just escalated from there. So there was a bit of a commotion going on in Tomorrowland, and then it got worse because there was another guest who was standing pretty close to them with their phone out filming everything, and another member of the party got pretty upset and started having a few words with that guest that was filming, and so it just became a whole big thing. Thankfully, no one was like, there was no physical altercation. It was just an exchange of very foul words between 2 parties, but there's still like 6 management TMs and security CMs over there. So, whew, thankfully nothing bad happens, but wow. Wow. People don't like being told to wear masks, and I'm sure that this happens almost on a daily. I'm sure it happens almost on a daily, which is very unfortunate, but this was the first time I've actually seen something like that happen where it escalated to the point where security needs to be called and everything else. That poor cast member that was inside, she left crying. Coda was inside the store when it was all going down, and she said that cast member was in tears, crying, because of the way that gentleman yelled at her after she probably told him to pull up his mask or whatever. But that stuff happens. If you're not going to follow the rules, then don't bother coming to the park. Do not bother coming to the park. You're not welcome here. We don't want you here at all if you're not going to follow the rules. So another thing that I'm wanting to mention is that the park is a lot more crowded today. So there are a lot more people who are trying to get away with not wearing their mask properly. However, Disney is really on point. A lot of the cast members we're seeing are telling guests to keep their mask up. Like, we see cast members who are walking, but if they see someone, they deviate from their path and they tell guests to pull their masks up. So, you know, take that as you will. Disney's really doing a good job with enforcing, but there's still so many people in the park now that, of course, there's a bigger population of people who are not wearing their masks properly. Whoa, mama. This is the current line for Space Mountain, and it's currently listed as a 20-minute wait, which I'm not entirely too sure it is, but good lordy, there's a lot of people waiting to get in. And social distancing, It could be better. Could be better. There are no social distancing markers out at this point. You can see in this area over here that there's tape on the ground. But once you get past over here, there's no social distancing markers at all. So social distancing could be better, but for the most part, not bad at all. Whoa, mama. This is the line for Buzz, stretching all the way out here and going far down that way, out by the entrance to Carousel of Progress. Like, these are all people who are waiting to get into the line. Holy cow. It keeps going, and just more people are flooding into the line. And just so you know, it is currently listed at a 10-minute wait, which I can kind of believe. It's an Omni mover, there's no fast pass, so the line should be moving pretty steadily. This is what I am reduced to, being Instagram photographer for Coda and her Yoda. Goodness me. By the way, when the fireworks do come back to Disney, I do recommend seeing them from this spot at least once. It is a fantastic view, and you get a great view of Tinkerbell soaring out of the castle from this angle. So right next to Tomorrowland Terrace and the main entrance to Tomorrowland, right over here you get a fantastic view of the fireworks from this area right here. In the arms of an angel. There goes $20 to the sky. It'll pop somewhere we don't know. In the arms of an angel. Another thing that I want to mention is that they're making announcements throughout the park every like 10 minutes or so, telling guests to keep their masks on except when eating or drinking, and even so when you're stationary. But there's still plenty of people walking around with drinks in their hands or food in their hands, and they're just casually walking through the park with their mask down, not even actively eating or drinking. So that is a thing that we are noticing today here at Disney, but there's still plenty of cast members walking around telling guests to put their masks up. And we just walked by the Magic Carpets of Aladdin, and while the attraction was going, there was a cast member who was saying over the intercom, please make sure your masks are on at all times during the attraction when it's operating, things like that. It's just a quick overview shot of what Frontierland looks like right now. Bit busier than before, much not out. It's having a stroke over here. A bit busier than before, but not crazy by any means. Again, we've seen the park a lot worse, but the crowds are definitely picking up. And again, it is Labor Day, so there's going to be a lot more people in the park, obviously. Let me tell you guys what, when I worked over here at Splash Mountain, this place was my jam. I'd come here all the time and just have at it at these things. It was so much fun. And then during one of my very first training days here in Frontierland, our trainer took us around, and through that door that says cast members only, there's a machine there that controls all of these guns, and you can put however many shots you want on a particular... I am trying to film here. You can put however many shots you want, and we were making magic moments for guests where we would come over and, you know, we'd ask them what gun they're on, what using, and we give them like 10 or 15 shots for free just to let them have at it. So it was a lot of fun, and there'll be times where we get permission to go over there and put like 100 shots on one, and we just stand here, as long as it wasn't busy, of course. We would just stand here and just start playing games during our breaks. It was so much fun. So we decided to stop in Adventureland at Aloha Isle. Coda really wanted a raspberry Dole Whip, so this is kind of how we've been doing it. I kind of have my mask halfway off, and since Coda's the one with the Dole Whip in her hands, she's keeping her mask off while she's actively eating, and whenever it's my turn, just... I'm not holding it, I'm not the one actively eating or drinking, so I'm chilling. So we're about to head on into Haunted Mansion. I just want to point out this massive extended queue that comes all the way back out over here, switchbacks, and then comes also right back over here as well. This was definitely not here before, so I'm very surprised to see this. And from pictures that I've seen over the weekend, it looks like they did utilize this at some point during the weekend, which is pretty insane to think about. And it is a 10-minute wait, so we might as well ride something.
To the Haunted Mansion. There's no turning back now.
message from somewhere beyond. Cowboys and boobies from last Halloween. Awakens the spirits with your tambourine.
Playful spooks have interrupted.
Alrighty, so we are a little less than 10 minutes before the park closes, and this is the current situation in the hub right now. A lot of people taking pictures, but still plenty of room to social distance, which is really good. And we do have cast members located throughout with signs making sure that guests keep their masks on when taking pictures.
Do a close up with Baby Yoda. Put him right here like this. Yeah, watch those ears. Tilt toward him. Yeah, and then lean. There you go. Nice. Are you gonna be in any with us?
Sure. Alrighty, it's just after 7 p.m. and the Magic Kingdom is officially closed. We got a lot of people heading on out of the park. It was an interesting day. Very interesting day. Very crowded leaving the park right now. Wow. What an absolutely insane Labor Day.